No, I was working.
Just so you know.
I mean,
Okay, there a motion to come out of executive session.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, Mr. Solicitor, Attorney, in executive session, we had, kind of a consensus on one of the issues. Is it proper now to make a motion to proceed with as
To direct labor council to proceed as directly, so yes.
your motion?
I'll make that motion.
Second,
Second.
motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Okay, number 6 is public comment on any agenda items. Is there anyone wish to be heard on any agenda items? We are tabling number 24. Seeing none, we'll move to,
You want to table it now or wait till?
we could, if you,
Yeah, just meant to.
I make that motion.
motion made. Motion made and seconded. All in favor,
Aye.
opposed? Motion table. Okay, number 7 is approved minutes of the April 23rd, 2026 council meeting.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Is there questions on the minutes? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion approved. Mayor's report?
Okay, so I got a letter back from the county on Tristan's Way. If you recall, his family wanted to recognize the young man who died of, sickle cell anemia, right? And they wanted to recognize Claudius and Philadelphia Avenue. And I sent a letter to the county. The county denied that. So, I did talk to a few people that on council that, about maybe they had an idea for another location. And it was suggested that we could do Claudius in front of the pre-K. I'm not sure what block that is. Where the pre-K entrance is to Sprague?
It's Buffalo.
Is that?
See the Buffalo in Cincinnati, longer too.
No, it's like. Like from here to here.
Yeah, Buffalo in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just got them there.
So, yeah. So I wanted to bring to council to see how you feel about that, if you would vote in favor of that. Because it is a city street and the county has no purview over that or authority.
Is there someone that wants to make a motion on that?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second that.
Yeah. Okay, motion has been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion approved.
Okay, great. Also, I had sent, I got a letter from, a parishioner at St. Nick's who's heading a effort to do a bell ringing with the churches and hopefully the fire department on the 4th of July at 2:50 in the afternoon. So far, Emmanuel Church has responded yes, and obviously St. Nick's had responded yes. I did send an email out to all the pastors, but they're the only ones that I heard back from. So just to let you know, that might be happening. Also, I had Meg send everybody a letter from a student at Oak Crest High School who wants, you emailed it to everybody. Did I say yesterday?
I thought it was today.
It was, wasn't it?
got it.
I think it was today.
So he wants to do a program starting in the fall that would connect a council person to one of his civic students or government students. That would be, they would actually connect with the student. The student will participate in events and come to meetings on occasion. And also have an open communication with the official. So if you would like to do that, I need to get back to the, I think his name's James Dunn.
I did send an email.
Yeah, so I don't know, would anyone, can I just ask right now? Because if Donna, would you like to be in?
I don't know if I'm gonna be elected, so I'm on the fence.
I'll put a yes. Okay, Scott?
I'm up for election.
I respectfully decline. I think I'm a little new at this right now.
Okay,
And I
Rick?
think somebody a little bit more seasoned
Rick,
would be.
yes,
yeah.
okay. Carl?
Wherever I'm needed.
Yes, yes, for me.
Yeah. Kim?
If I need it.
Minute,
No.
Mace?
No, my name's.
Okay, all right, I mean, you don't have to do it, just whatever. Okay, so that's that. And then, the only other thing I have right now is, we did, have a wonderful cleanup again this year. I had 265 volunteers and we collected 2.87 tons of trash, so that's about normal. Not a little short of 3 that we usually get, but it was still a great day. Everybody had fun, so, and Frank, where's Frank at? Is he here today? Where'd he go? Frank's not here?
I haven't seen him.
Probably still
He's still-
recovering
he's
from
not
like
recovered.
crash.
He is recovering. He did a lot, and Chief, thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. I know. I know, it was bad, and, I
More
believe-
cheese next time.
Yeah, more cheese. I believe that's all I have, so thank you. Oh, now I do have something important I forgot. Okay, so I asked Meg and Jackie to make a copy of this water tower. Did everybody get a chance to look at it?
Great.
And that's the final.
Where's the Crusaders at?
Busy.
Crusaders gets no love. Crusaders never get no love.
It's-
You get no love. It's all right.
It-
It's all right.
they
We know who brings them to Cedar Creek.
Well, they actually have like a precedent. It's usually the high school team. So if we didn't have a high school, it would be the.
Oh, for a
Crusaders,
second.
you know,
Let's say.
But you usually go with the high school team, so.
Well, you did a good job because we all had a different idea of what should be up there. You got it all up there.
Yeah, so I don't.
Busy.
Yeah, it's a little busy, isn't it?
I think it's the emblem.
Yeah, it's really, it's ours is set.
I cannot believe
I
I'm
don't
hearing
think you
this.
need to-
I love the Pirates. They're my.
No, I
they're-
said the emblems. It's just gonna look too busy, too big, too busy.
I don't think you need that.
No, I
Nobody
want
will
that.
be able to read it.
Oh, yeah, that's small.
Just think Harbor
I
City.
love the seal. I love the Great Seal of Egg Harbor
When
City.
do you have to know by?
I told him I would bring it to him today. I mean, it's probably not a rush, but
Can
we
they make
talked
it-
about this the
can they make-
last time.
I wasn't here.
So it's
Can
gonna
they
be a
make that
white,
bigger?
white background.
It's gonna be white.
Good. It looks nice.
Love it. At Cedar Creek up there.
Just, can I just suggest something as far as it being a white background, will it get
30.
real dirty fast?
The birds.
The turkey birds.
The birds.
Yes.
Yeah,
Nature.
yeah, that's my main concern
I
about
think
it.
whatever color you make it, the birds are gonna.
Oh, yeah, that's their, once
Well,
they
I'm
go
sure
there,
they
they're.
will. Well, that's true, the white might blend, it might.
It might blend. It might blend.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay,
If they want to take the Cedar Creek Pirates name off of there.
That's what I'm
just
saying.
Leave the emblem.
That's what
but
I'm
I
saying, like
don't know
this.
how they
This-
can-
I just think it's gonna look huge.
Well,
Ah,
that's
it's
what the
busy, but it's
standard
fine.
communities do. So if you don't want the Cedar Creek Pirates words, I still would recommend that we keep the Cedar Creek.
Oh, come on, 100%. No, leave this.
I vote to keep Cedar Creek.
Yeah, how many people are gonna know what the CC means?
Who's gonna know what the
Yeah.
DC is without having the Cedar
Well,
Creek Pirates? up there?
800
Yeah,
kids go to school there.
All right,
Keep it as is, take the pirate.
all right, someone might want to make a motion on whether we approve this, or you want to make a motion for something different.
I make a motion, we approve it, keep it as is.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Your motion made in second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Opposed.
Ayes have it.
Okay, that's all I have. Thank you.
Okay, start on
Oh, my
the other end here. Mrs. Heist?
I just have two things. Jody, any more figures come in for dog censuses?
No, you know what, I just got that one other person, she emailed me back a couple times, but she never provided it.
Never provided anything, okay, so we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do, either that or send out postcards and go that route, because we're not getting any response for people to. Okay, and then my other thing is Chris and Meg, anything on the ordinance for the raffles?
Is it okay if we do it next meeting?
I won't be here next meeting, but you can
Okay.
take care of it without me if
Yes,
you
okay.
can.
We'll have to be first reading next meeting and then second meeting. Will you be at the next meeting after that to vote for final approval?
I should,
Okay,
yeah,
so we're gonna go from next.
okay.
And I'm sorry, that was, I was away for.
No, that's fine. I was just wondering where, what, if it was in the works or what happened to it. All right, thank you so much. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Sen.
No.
Nothing.
Is the water tower thing all done at this point, or can I make a?
Sure.
Yeah. I think it's a little busy, but if we're going to keep the Cedar Creek Pirates and the emblem and the city emblem, I think that Egg Harbor City should be up top. And then the Cedar Creek Pirates should be on the bottom of Egg Harbor City. The city is the main thing here. But this design makes the Cedar Creek Pirates the main focal point. The pirates should be within the city. And so therefore the Egg Harbor City should be on the top row and the Cedar Creek Pirates should be under that.
That
And then
means you
the
would have to
emblem
put the-
should,
You would have
the
to put the logos below.
Wouldn't it usually
Yeah.
say like, wouldn't it usually say like Egg Harbor City, home of?
Yeah.
It'll be home, right.
Yeah.
That's like you
Yeah.
go to Avalon or City.
Yeah.
yeah, home of, and then underneath, and then put the CC and the city logo on the sides, just like it is now.
I-
But
Even don't have-
I
But-
did ask that question, but he said if you do that, you would have to make it way too small. The Egg
So it
Harbor
doesn't-
City.
Those are wrap around there.
It doesn't wrap around.
Yeah,
Not see, it would infringe on this, American water on the side.
Yeah.
Can you arch it? The Egg Harbor City, can you,
you mean,
can they?
well, oh, because there's more
Marches
space on the
together.
bottom for Egg Harbor
Marches
City
Right.
than there is when it
Where
starts.
if you go
to
around it,
he also
That'd be around
made
the park.
Egg Harbor City smaller to accommodate this design, because
Yeah.
I thought I sent out the other design too.
I just think the overall concept should be that Egg Harbor City takes precedent and then the Cedar Creek Pirates are underneath Egg Harbor City.
But Scott, when you look at that,
Right.
you only see it.
Are we doing it in a maroon? And that's Cedar
So you
Creek color?
should switch Egg Harbor City to the top and
Yeah.
then.
And
That's what I'm saying,
I can
yeah.
ask him- I can ask.
Yeah, most places you'll see like the town will say like Egg Harbor City, home of. The American
Egg
Right.
Harbor City here.
Yeah, but the only problem is
Then I don't.
it's gonna wrap, you might
I don't
always.
think it's gonna fit.
Cities
It'll
wrap
Even
around.
like this with Egg Harbor City? Or when
And I have no problem
everything
with
else?
that. I think that the city should be the prominent.
Really, like not, and
How about
City.
this? How about?
Name of the city should be the focal point.
Right.
And the high school should be underneath the name of the city.
Well, lucky that they're putting Egg Harbor City on it too, you
Right.
know, I mean, because they want American Water to be the focal point, but you know.
I think it's.
I can ask and I'll send everybody email. Was that fair enough?
Fair.
I think the tower should be maroon and then black and green writing.
Not green and white. Not green and white.
We're second.
Okay, Mr. Doty,
We'll get the leg.
We have, one add-on where vehicle maintenance contracts have dropped in. It's gonna come up later on the agenda. Right, Joe?
Yes.
what number is that?
We can do it now if you want.
Yeah, let's do
You
it.
do? I'll make a motion that we approve.
Wait. You want to
Yeah,
speak?
I just had the contract starting the 8th and we had the bid opening after the agenda was already done, so I just said that we would bring it up.
Yesterday?
Yesterday, the bid opening was yesterday, so rather than make them wait, we'd rather, and the previous contract has expired as of the end of it, so. If we could, we only had one bidder, so
And we named the bidder
it's dropped in,
dropped with the ED.
no,
in, right?
dropped,
Just dropped.
Drop.
Okay,
in. As in like drop them.
that's the old highway.
Highway mode.
This is for him to be vehicle maintenance?
Mhm.
Okay,
Yes.
so he's just taking
And this
over.
is any new vehicles that we lease through Enterprise that are non-police vehicles, the maintenance is included as part of the lease, so that is separately paid for. This is basically for equipment and police vehicles.
Okay,
Is there a motion?
I mean,
a second.
Motion has been made and second. Set a roll call.
Doby,
yes.
Galloway,
Yes.
Heist,
Yes,
Hesse,
yes,
Keener,
Yes,
Sen,
Yes.
Timbers.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
motion passes. Bless you.
Thank you.
Mr. Timbers,
Nothing to report.
Mrs. Hesse,
nothing to report.
Mrs. Galloway.
Yes, I have a couple of things here. Just wanted to remind everybody that Saturday, May 9th at 10 a.m. is the Tomato Basics. I picked up some tomato plants and some basil today to distribute for the people who come. And you come, we'll let you have one. And then the following Saturday at 10 a.m. is the walk at the nature trail. And the following Saturday, we'll make
23rd is the potting party, which will be in Peace Corporate Park. We'll provide the plants and soil, and everybody brings their own pot.
Everybody brings their own.
Their own pot. Put it in. And then, let me see, I talked about this at the last meeting. We have the draft of the heat island mitigation plan that we're going to, discuss with the public, and we'd like the business community, especially those on Philadelphia Avenue, to come and, representatives from the school, and that'll be held 6 p.m. Tuesday, April 28th here in the council chambers. That's all.
Good, thank you.
May 20.
Yeah, May
Mr.
20th.
Wright?
That's our regular green team meeting.
Only thing I have is send, I mean, Ortiz isn't here, but I'm shooting for probably next week, we'll have a recreation meeting to go over, the pickleball and tennis courts.
Okay.
As soon as Councilman Hesse gets a little bit more information, we can set up a date and then,
Would you like me to set it up with the gentleman?
yeah.
Okay, great. It's webcam.
I just can't do Wednesday night football, son.
Okay, how about the Mr. Sen?
What's that?
Do you have a date next week that you cannot do?
No, I'll
Figure like 6:30,
Okay,
give people plenty of time to get home.
6:30.
So you're no good Wednesday.
No, I
Yeah,
have
do
football on
Wednesday.
Tuesday.
Okay. All right. No,
Is there a date you can't do?
No, I can be here.
Bring your pickleball rack.
Yeah.
You can borrow
Let
mine.
me just have to check with Mr.
It's
I
basically.
think he's still, I don't know if
ping
he's
pong,
home or if he got
standing on
home.
the table.
He's home, but he couldn't make it tonight.
Oh, okay.
That's what I heard today.
Back yet.
Did you reach out to him?
Yeah, I'll send him, or I'll send him a text.
Thank you.
Anything else? No? Okay, for finance, I just have the report from our tax collector. So far this year in taxes, we have collected $3,231,719.18. And total deposits, which includes everything we get through interest and small penalties and fees, comes out to $3,242,405 for the first 4 months. Okay, number 9, there's 10 is the chief of police.
Hi, folks. Give you some numbers. Since we last met on April 23rd, we've had 2 fraud cases, 3 simple assaults, 11 theft calls. I'll talk more about the theft in a little bit. 7 motor vehicle accidents, 4 pedestrian stops, 37 traffic stops, 23 summonses issued, 8 arrests, 1 business alarm, 1 residential alarm, 119 crime prevention activities, 2 criminal mischief calls, 4 domestics, 23 EMS calls, 2 firearms ID applications, 16 follow-ups, 505 property checks, 8 public services. So, as some of you may have seen on Facebook, our local grocery store had a skimming device put on one of their point of sale terminals. And unfortunately, quite a few folks had money taken from their EBT or SNAP accounts. We have come up with a specific form that gets all of the information that we need. We are coordinating with the Secret Service because it looks like this is a bigger ring and not just something that has occurred here in Egg Harbor City. So I would like to advise anybody who has had, check your SNAP and your EBT accounts, make sure that your funds are still there and available. If not, please do come to the police station, make reference to the SNAP and the EBT things. We'll have you fill out a specific form, and we will generate a report for you that can hopefully potentially help you, file a report with the appropriate agencies to try to recoup some of that. I know it's rough because it's the beginning of the month and without those funds, some people may not eat. So be kind to your neighbors. Anybody who does have any theft of those SNAP and those EBT funds, please do come to PD, and we will help try to rectify that. Again, we are working with the Secret Service because this looks like it's bigger than just here in Egg Harbor City. Fortunately, we were able to obtain and to retrieve the skimming device, so that should be helpful in helping to figure out who, where, what. Why? It's because you're jerks. But we can try to determine when all of this happened and take it from there.
Is that the only funds that were affected?
Believe so, yes.
What exactly is a skimming device?
So it looks like something that you place over the point of sale terminal. It looks just like any other ATM, or it pops over it, it snaps on there. It looks almost identical to the pin pad and the where you insert your card and whatnot. So that's what it looks like. It's oftentimes very difficult to see it and to recognize it if you're not looking very.
Tell everybody in the chat.
Yeah, so that is something. If you can tap. You know, with EBT and SNAP, it's not.
I know, yeah.
I can't tell anybody to, you know, swipe or tap or use a credit card, you know, unfortunately.
Right.
So, so the perpetrator went into the store, placed this on the POS and then left. And then could see the information that this thing was generating. Wow.
Yeah.
Transfers to us. Count.
Wow. They said you had to watch gas pumps too. They do that
Yes.
there too.
Yes, so, you know,
Wow.
but like I said, we are working with Secret Service. As soon as we started getting any of the reports, we did reach out, and so they are being as helpful as they can be. That's all I have. Any questions?
I didn't ask this before, but do you think we should put something out on social media?
It's out.
On
Somebody
our-
was posting all over, not on our person, yeah.
social-
Not on
or
that one either.
Channel 7 or
Yeah, I can do a little write-up.
the official Egg Harbor. City
It's not on the other
social
one
media.
either.
Yeah.
It's just, oh, is it I know personal people.
Chief, were there cameras? Can they narrow down to when this thing was put on there and who might have
we are,
done it?
Incolingo's has been very, very helpful in
Yeah.
trying to figure out exactly when, where, and who. So
Okay, all
we're
right.
trying to figure out, it looks like the way that it has happened so far is that it was placed and the information was stored and not immediately taken, the information was not immediately used.
Okay.
So, you know, we don't have a time frame for when it was placed. Because we don't know if it was 2 days, 5 days, 2 weeks after they placed the machine.
Okay.
So yes, social media, our social media, and how about 9 to 7? Because I know a lot of people, believe it or not, they do watch that. The elderly, they really do.
Yeah, we can, you know, I think that a lot of people are, we've been inundated with people coming in to report, and that's part of the reason why we created a specific form, so that everything could be under one case number in it and stuff like that, but absolutely we can.
So you just write something up.
Yep,
real quick.
absolutely.
Put it on there.
Sure thing,
Thank you.
absolutely.
Anyone else have a question for Chief? Thank you.
Thank you.
CFO?
I don't have anything besides the budget stuff.
Budget, okay, I'm gonna go quickly. City clerk report,
I have nothing.
city attorney? Nothing. Administrator is absent. Engineer,
Okay, Buffalo Avenue, all of the curb sidewalk work is done. They've done a lot of the restoration already. They did some street restoration on Burger where we placed the curb in that section. They're gonna be pulverizing the road, I believe they're scheduled for tomorrow. So for they blend the existing asphalt into the subgrade. And sort of take some material off to get it to put the new pavement down. Anytime you do that process, you gotta sort of do it and then evaluate what the subgrade looks like. Sometimes you find some bad spots, clay, stuff like that. So we'll see how the pulverization goes. If everything looks good, they should be able to pave it next week. If not, maybe another week in between to add some DGA and remediate some areas. But that's good.
How about Burger Street? When is that going to be done?
So Burger is part of the next state aid cycle. So you guys approved us to start the design for that. So ideally we'll be building that this fall.
Yeah, because it got worse.
It never gets better.
Well, the one intersection, that one terrace,
Yes.
eight terrace.
the seventh terrace.
Well, so there's a bunch of terraces and section of Beethoven Street that will be getting repaved sometime before school starts. So everywhere New Jersey American put in the new main, you see the trenches everywhere. So you want to let those trenches settle for 90 days to make sure all the settlement, is done. Then you get paid. So we talked to them and they were expecting to finish everything 90 days, more than 90 days prior to when school starts. We told them, look, if it ends up dragging out a little bit longer and it's 75 days, like just get it done before school starts. So they should be doing that mid to late August. So
As long as we're on the subject of street disrepair, if you will.
Mhm.
And I know that there's a lot that can be done in different places, but specifically the alley in between San Francisco and New Orleans.
300 block?
The 100 block coming off the Pike.
Okay.
The 100 block from Arago Street. Yeah, in between New Orleans and San Francisco is.
It's non-existent. That's what it is.
It's it looks like it's a minefield, literally. Yeah.
So
So-
we'll, we can check in New Jersey American Water. They still haven't given us like a fully flushed out 5-year capital plan, which is kind of what we're expecting.
But in the meantime, I mean, these are like craters. Can we fill them in temporarily?
Well, yeah, so Public Works can do some stuff to address it in the interim. I think they
Okay.
did that on Camp Street. We're getting
Yeah.
paid that.
Yeah.
For the fall as well. So yeah, I mean, they could do similar work there. and try
Yeah,
to-
that's just an urgent, specific location right
Got
now.
it.
Okay.
Ryan,
Yeah, I can, yes.
oh, excuse me.
ahead.
I just wanted to know on Berger and just before Chicago, I believe, they did a strip right on the side of the road.
Yes.
Was that
We replaced
American
it.
Water?
We
But they were-
replaced the curb.
Oh, you did there?
Yeah, and in order
Okay.
to get the forms in for the curb, you have to rip up some of the road. And
Okay,
it ends up just being 2 feet, which is about the width of the bucket, because you have to, something to dig there.
There was
Okay.
2 huge trees there that were in
Yeah.
the street.
okay.
Yes.
I was wondering what they
Yeah,
did.
so we replaced the
Yeah.
curb, so you got that patch over there.
Okay, so they rolled it. Thanks.
Ryan,
Thank you.
Councilman Sims' point, a couple years ago, we entered into a shared services agreement with Atlantic City for a pothole truck.
Yeah, it's not,
Yeah.
It's never come to fruition.
it's never, yeah. I just got that email.
Know anybody over there?
I'm not in that office anymore.
They don't have any.
I hear you, I hear you. Yeah, no, that's a fantastic question.
That's-
I
that's
reached out
beyond
to them
Brian's
actually,
scope.
the DCA.
Recommended.
Yes, and he said that they hadn't gotten it yet, but it should start when they get it, the term. So I was thinking about checking
Yeah.
in with him again,
Yeah, I know that's.
and I can
come
get
up
back to you.
Sporadically.
It's a,
Yeah, no, it's a great question, because it would be helpful. There's isolated spots where, 90% of the road is fine, there's just a spot that if you could do some work there, it would buy you some time.
yeah,
Especially with New Jersey American Water coming and doing a bunch of infrastructure, like you don't want to repave a whole terrace and spend $1,000 when they're gonna redo the whole thing 2 years from now.
exactly.
So, yeah.
And Ryan, what other avenues did you say? I know you said, Burger Street.
So we're gonna build, I'm still waiting for DOT approval. I have called to Vijesh and he hasn't got back to me yet, who's our local rate district 4 representative for this town. We are trying to pave D Street from Braden
right.
to Baltimore.
Right, but the avenues I'm talking
that's the
about,
biggest
what are the avenues that are up? I thought we had numerous ones.
So, yeah, I mean, we kind of have a running list in the background, but coincidentally, the municipal aid announcement letter just came out either the end of last week or the beginning of this. So we could sort of go through that process and pick whatever we want to apply for next year's municipal aid. And that way we'll be doing that road, so at some point next year, or potentially early 28.
Let's refer that to the highway committee with your assistance.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did, I know you had a program and you drove around in the car.
Yeah.
Did you get a printout of the
I-
worst streets? Because
actually-
I know they were rated.
Yeah, I actually just
Did
logged
we
in
see that?
earlier today, so I will work on sharing a form of that you can see.
That would be great.
All the signs.
That just came up.
No.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I can share that so you can sort of easily target, here's the worst couple and then narrow it down from there.
Does that do sidewalks too?
It does not at the moment. So they are expanding, they're adding all kinds of public infrastructure, benches, light poles, all kinds of other stuff. Fire hydrants. I don't believe that it does sidewalk. I don't know that it has the right viewing. So.
So the
Would
next
that
couple,
automatically be updated?
Well, so this gets updated, there's a couple ways it gets updated. you can, you can put the equipment in one of the city vehicles and just drive around. One of the ways that you can set it up is to just leave one in like a public works truck, and as they drive around, they'll just slowly rebuild the map. Because they don't charge you to like continue to update it. So, but it's not, as far as I know, it's not actively being updated. You have to talk to administrator whether because I know he was logged into it and using it for various things previously.
And you put it on a police vehicle?
As
They
far as I know,
probably drive around even more, wouldn't you think?
Pretty cheap on that.
I would think.
You just have a cell phone that's mounted on the dashboard. Ideally like 25-ish, but not all the time. Very occasionally.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we can talk about ways to be able to continue to update that. I think your subscription will be coming due probably in July as well as your subscription.
Yeah, code enforcement could.
Yeah, code enforcement absolutely could. Yeah, I think there's lots of ways to be able to implement it and get more out of it.
Okay.
Where do we stand on the Safe Streets to Transit?
Right.
We have a $500,000 grant, right?
Yeah, so one of the things I want to talk to Vijay about is that. Because our application, like we applied for multiple spots and we got the funding. But the way that their language reads, sometimes if you have more than 3 locations, you're ineligible. So we're just trying to clarify to say like, look, we applied for more than 3 and you guys approved it. So I just want to make sure we're on the same page with that. But
I think the biggest question is the match too, right?
Well, yeah, so we applied for 560,000, I think, and we got like 530 or 520. So I mean, you got close to what you asked for, but it wouldn't be enough to cover like engineering, inspection, and all that stuff, unless we were to descope the project. And when you do that, they get kind of what you about paying for the inspections next year. So yeah, I mean, I haven't sent the city a full design proposal. I had a conversation with Jody prior to the last meeting. So we'll move on that.
Good.
For example, counts.
Okay.
Okay, what else? City Hall ADA improvements. All of the submittals were approved. Everything is in place. I think they are looking to do the work between May 22nd and June 10th, which would be in between council meetings. So they'll come in and get all of this knocked out in that span. And then they'll progress through the rest of City Hall. We talked about their order of operations. Normally you kind of demo everything and come in and do it all at once. But we had talked to them about just doing one service counter and then moving to the next one and moving to the next one. So we don't have multiple counters out service at the same time. Yeah, we'll be on the lookout for that. I'll be getting started. Sure.
And
Ryan.
Sorry.
No.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to know, as far as the height of the counters, I mean, did you get anything worked out with Laura in the tax
Yeah,
office?
I was gonna talk to her. That was what I was gonna tell.
Okay.
So did I tell you about that? I did, but yeah,
Yeah, I was copied on some emails there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should probably.
no, the nice emails. Right.
The follow-ups. Yeah, so they're all heights that, I mean, the counters need to be ADA compliant at a certain height, which is, say 30 inches, which is like a counter height of the kitchen. There's a certain width that you have to have that has to be that height.
Mhm.
Most of your service windows are not very big, so if we were to do that like minimum width, it would almost be right down the middle or like slightly to one side, so you'd have like 2 barely usable spaces instead of 1 usable space.
Mhm.
So I mean, we could talk about, functionally how that's gonna work for everybody else. I think all of them will have knee space underneath where you could like put a chair there so someone could sit down if they're filling out a form or something like that. But yeah, we can sort of talk through the logistics.
I guess I didn't tell you this or you forgot, but
Okay.
I talked to Laura about this.
Mhm.
And if we just put like a shelf. Let them build it the way they want to build it,
Sure.
but maybe incorporate a shelf that would bring it up higher so someone could sign a check on it. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? If you
think
can
so.
figure that out.
All right, yeah, we can talk.
And
about
then,
the contract stuff.
Laura could have a stand-up desk.
Yeah, those, right, the adjustable.
that's a
things,
no-brainer.
Adjustable desktop.
We can buy that.
Those things you can supplement later, they're not built.
Her concern was the customers
Yeah,
have to
understood.
go like this and write a check, so if there's
Right.
something, just like a little shelf, they could just do
Little platform.
affix to it, so it doesn't slip off.
Removable, right? Or,
For Laura's route is up and down, but for the customer, it would be fixed, because you don't want them to write on it and then it flies off or.
Sure, ship that under.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So that
we
was
can-
my idea.
We can work to figure something out. I don't, everything you're describing, it sounds like it'd be a huge additional cost, so. Figure that out, so we're gets moved. Okay, to update for the full council, we heard back from the Pinelands Commission about the rollout type mats, the Moby mat material out of the lake. And we got a soft no, I'll say, which means
Better, isn't
kind of.
Gotta keep
I'd
asking.
rather than just say no, because then you don't
It's getting
drag it out forever. But essentially what they said was, you know, we could not approve it without extensive, like study and demonstration and all that.
Well, could
So
we do the test for that?
potentially, but that would require an MOA and those typically take 12 to 18 months. Our funding source is already 2 years old and kind of upset that we haven't spent it yet. So, our recommendation, based off of what we're using the rest of the funding for, is to upgrade the bathrooms there, was to circle back and upgrade the restroom shower buildings and then upgrade the concession stand. Because none of those have ADA compliant fixtures or heights or any of that. So we think we'd be able to spend the vast majority of the grant funds upgrading those amenities. And it would be something that was, you know, essentially tied to what we applied for originally when we got the grant funding in the first place. So it's still ADA compliant upgrades. It's, you know, sort of the same vein of something else that was already approved. So that's.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea because there are several issues at the campground bathroom that we do have to address.
We use the
ADA,
Yeah.
the showers.
Right, the stalls are not compliant,
The doorways.
entryways are not
Yeah,
compliant.
so
Yeah,
that would be a really good alternative to do.
yeah, and I think that DCA would deem that to be eligible because it's incredibly similar to something that we had in the original application.
Yes.
So, you know,
So
if council wants to
would council
pursue
be
that,
agreeable to that? That's my question.
yeah.
If you, I mean, you couldn't use the test from elsewhere that they use these mats? Just not to.
Yeah, every beach in the state. of
Right,
New
you
Jersey
can't
has-
use
So
that
there's
as.
no beaches in the Pinelands.
Yeah.
But isn't it sand
There-
that we're
there-
working with regardless?
It is, well, I honestly, we could put sidewalk or we could put concrete on the top. It's on top of a dam, it's solid clay. There's no water going down to it. But, you know, that's like a logical argument. We don't really go for that. So, essentially, the only thing that we could do is go through the process to come up with an MOA and like pilot it out there. I'm personally aware of others that exist in Pinelands areas, but apparently they were never applied.
And the only reason I'm a little bit more for this, because I know someone who has a child who has disabilities and is just so happy in Cape May, having that to be able to push their child. He loves it down there and just to be able to be there.
But we
you know.
do have a handicap
Wheelchair.
wheelchair,
Mhm.
and we could
Yeah, with the
theoretically
stand
get
up.
another one, or maybe Renault's can get another one.
Okay.
Because they really don't work, honestly, because they
Okay.
have them at the beach, but I never see anybody using them.
Okay. Do they know? Do they know?
However, that's not what the ADA Act is about. It's giving handicapped people
Right.
access on their own,
Right.
not that they have to come to you
Right.
and ask, do you have a
That's the whole
wheelchair?
point.
Get me
Yeah,
to the
well,
beach.
I mean, that's,
That's not
Well, it's
providing ADA.
unfortunate that we're in the
accessibility.
Pinelands.
that's what we're
Well,
pursuing.
we argue with the Pinelands on that.
Well, ultimately, I think we would win the argument, but it's gonna be a year and a half from now, and our
And-
funding source is just gonna vary.
We couldn't apply for another small cities grant because we haven't spent the 3 that we have now. So we have
understand.
to spend it.
Yeah,
mean,
so I mean, I do think that we should continue to pursue this with the commission, and I think ultimately we'll prevail, and then I think we should we'll reapply for the same projects with the 2027.
So just
Mhm.
when we went to meet
Yeah.
at the Pineland,
Yeah,
tell them what they've said, why they don't want to approve it.
yeah, well, I'll provide all of the
Because
documentation.
we would be the first ones that they approve and they don't want to set a precedent. That's,
Correct.
Except they
Yeah.
have them in Mays Landing at that lake.
yeah, but they probably
They
didn't.
they don't want to
apply
set a
for
precedence that they're helping out handicapped people. That's
Listen,
that.
So they,
I go and talk to them if
No,
you
no,
want.
no, I don't mean that against you, Lisa. I mean, if that's what they said, that's what I would do.
so
Yeah.
there,
all right, well,
Sorry.
there is extensive interest in trails in the Pinelands, and they have limited types that they'll approve now. If we wanted to put engineered wood fiber, which is there for mulch. You could build it out of that. They would give us a permit for that. We want to build a boardwalk. You do that. But they're just not practical options for this location. Right next to the water with all the wood chips, they're gonna be everywhere. else. A boardwalk, we can't really do because they're on top of the dam. We can't go down into that. So we have some complications, not to mention that would be far more expensive. So we thought we kind of threaded the needle with a good product and they didn't want to see it. They know if they approve it here, it's gonna proliferate and be everywhere. And they, kind of wanted to make sure like, what is this before they approve anyway? So I'll be honest with you, the reviewer that I met with was not happy about the news that she had to give me. She kind of disagreed unofficially. But that's
You invite her for lunch, I'll take her to Margate and walk.
Oh, they know.
Want him and see if she like.
I know, the person that we met with is an avid trail user and thought it was a great solution and she would is, so.
Well, we're not gonna solve it here tonight.
Correct,
So
yes.
we'll keep
And you're all
working
not
at it.
fully
Right,
updated.
okay.
Okay, what else? Our iBank project is finally advertised. So we'll be awarding that ideally at the first meeting in June, I believe. And that's the $2.4 million stormwater improvement project, where once we do the stormwater management upgrades, we will repave the roads. So we need to get that locked in and awarded before June 30th. That's the deadline for this fiscal year. And then assuming we do that, we can start construction on that and roll into the 2027 funding. Because you still have a ton of pipe that's eligible for the same program and they'll replace it all, across the city. So that's the plan there. Senior Center ADA, I had to go back in there to get some electrical information for the improvements. That was a bit of a challenge, but finally got it sorted out. So hopefully we'll be wrapping up that design and getting that out to DCA for approval in a month or so. Key Rec, waiting to hear back from Pinelands. It's really it. Camp from Bremen to Antwerp and Berger from Buffalo to Cincinnati. That's the FY26. So we're doing the survey and design on that now for the build out. That's it for me. Somebody's got
Good. Now you know why I skip him sometimes.
Yeah, right. Makes him start leaving me off.
All right, thank you, Brian.
Yep.
Number 16, what's that?
Excuse, I just wanted to ask about the master plan.
Yeah,
Do you have
fast
any-
way.
Yeah, so we have a meeting for, there's like 7 letters in this acronym. We have a meeting with people from Sustainable Jersey coming up.
For what? Did you
It
get?
was,
Master plan.
whatever one of the plans was,
Yeah,
that was outstanding, that was to get incorporated, yeah. Yeah, the climate resilience plan, something, so that needs to get incorporated in the master plan, so once we have that, we should be able to move towards the end.
Okay. And when do you expect?
So that meeting is later this month, I don't remember exactly when, I just got the invitation like a couple days ago.
I got the draft report.
Yeah, it was going through the draft so they can finalize. Yep.
They wanted us to have like an event, feedback from public from the last time I talked to them. And I was like, we'll do it at a council meeting.
Yeah, there, or like if they want to show up at the food truck festival or something like
Yeah,
that.
but there are no festivals until.
Between now and then.
You got the.
Yeah.
Body party.
And you,
Public event.
you could do it like, they did it with like stickers. You put it up, you put your questions there and.
Yeah, you want
Yeah,
to.
right, the dots are.
You're good at that.
I'm not, yeah, who was good at it, I think it was sustainable, it was Lauren, wasn't
I'm
it?
not doing that.
Wasn't it Lauren that did it?
Yeah.
I'd do it.
Brian, you're gonna.
Okay, number 16 is a resolution for equal opportunity as required for the budget. Can you explain that a little bit, Jenny?
Honestly, it's just a form that's required that says that we follow equal opportunity in doing it. I
Okay.
don't know why the state requires that.
Is-
Been an annual
Yeah.
citation for the last 4 or 5 years though.
Okay,
Is
is there a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Roll call, please.
Yes.
Galloway,
Yes.
Heist,
Yes.
Hesse,
Yes.
Keener,
Yes,
Sen,
Yes.
Timbers,
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
resolution passes. Number 17 is a public hearing on the 2026 municipal budget. Is there a motion to hold a public hearing?
Make a motion.
Second.
Motion has been made, seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, public hearing for the budget is now open. Jody, you want to,
Yeah, so,
and introduce Michael?
Michael is here from Bowman and Company, so, oh, I'm sorry, you changed your name.
Yes.
You can now. Formally known as
Yes, thank
Bowman. Here we go. So he'll speak a little, I'll just kind of give a quick overview if that's okay. So we had the budget hearing is really only introduced budget. We do have an amendment for afterwards. So the current introduced budget had a 4 cent increase. The amendment that we have for after the public hearing does bring it down to 2 cents. I did prepare a couple slides, just to kind of show some revenue breakdown and some expenditure breakdown. So, actually, share this. So this is a breakdown of our revenues. The green is our local purpose tax. As you can see, that is this excludes grants because grants get included in the budget total and that really, to me, skews the numbers because like we have like $4 million of grants this year for a really large site. So that would make the numbers really reflect the truth. Surplus is 8% and our local revenues, which are, fines taken in, or not fines, I'm sorry. Fees taken in by the clerk's office, the building department, fire official, construction, pretty much anything that is not, I'm sorry, the construction code is separate. Anything else that comes into the city that's not state aid, local purpose tax, surplus, that or taxes is pretty much all.
I can't see from here, but are there percentages on there?
Yes.
And
So
say
the
what-
local
I emailed
revenues
all
are
that to you.
15%.
Got it.
You sent this out.
This is not one of the ones, I haven't did this after, I can send this out, the local revenues are 15%, I just thought that was kind of interesting to see, I
It is,
did this
yeah.
afterwards. So the local tax is about 69% this year. And I'll also.
What?
I know. This one just breaks down the total taxes just between county, school and local. As you can see, the schools are the bulk of your tax bill. Which I feel like people don't really realize. They think we're voting on the budget and because we collect for everybody, they really kind of blame the municipality for everything, but really 45% is the school, 13% is the county, and then 40% is the city's budget.
So you're saying like the schools.
Combined, it's not all,
And we don't have the final numbers for those, right?
we actually just got the schools, the local school I already had, the greater ed came in, it was like 5,000, less than what my estimate was for our reserve, so pretty close to. What
So
we
what's
had.
that cent?
That's cents on the
cent-wise?
tax rate. We don't know that, right?
Oh, put it in. But let me finish the whole part first. All right,
Go
and then the breakdown of what our actual taxes, like our expenditure, basically. So the largest is public safety, which would be police, dispatch, fire, our contribution to the fire department, emergency management, all those things. And then the next
Great.
largest would be insurance. And then after that is admin, which is pretty much all the office staff, engineering, legal. Next, and then after that, pension and employer taxes. So those, and I can send these out if anybody,
Yeah.
we might have some. Anybody has any questions? If not, I'll turn it over to Michael to kind of talk a little bit about how kind of we're faring compared to some of the other.
Thank you. Yes.
Good evening. Michael Cicero from PKF. Thank you for having me this evening. Just first would like to say, working with Jody and the other folks here at City Hall is an absolute pleasure because you have an outstanding team. So if somebody said to me, what can we do to make it better here? I would say, let's duplicate them and share with everyone because this client at 4 cents is probably the lowest tax increase of all of the clients that I work with. So the fact that you're going down to 2 cents is even a better testament to the work that you've been doing here. Having a 99.4% collection rate in the tax office is outstanding. So it's a fine example of what you have in the city. So kudos to our taxpayers for paying their bills and making sure that the city can operate efficiently. So in our case, we were under state exam this year, not because you did anything wrong, simply because every 3 years they look at our budget. You introduced all the way back on March 26th, for some of you who may remember that. And you generally, about 2 weeks before a public hearing, we'll get a notification from the state saying, look, we've assigned somebody to review the budget and they'll go through and take care of that. I think Jody had a call yesterday and expedited the fact that they may have missed us in the whole process. So luckily they assigned somebody, they reviewed it, had some very minor cosmetic things that Jody has taken care of, and they approved the amendment that you're going to do this evening to actually lower the 4-cent increase to 2 cents. In addition, in that amendment are 3 additional grants that just for processing purposes we're putting in there. Ordinarily, another grant comes along later in the year. You do a Chapter 159 resolution to add it on, but we're taking care of it this evening. So some of your neighboring communities, I'm not naming any names, they're fortunate enough to have less than 2-cent increases, but okay, that's them. But there are other areas in the county that are facing 7, 8, 9 cent increases. I have 2 of my clients that haven't even had the opportunity to introduce yet because it's becoming very difficult. Obviously, cost for gasoline is an item that everyone is concerned about. Certainly, healthcare increases have been a concern, and it's a struggle for these budgets. So putting together a balanced budget, which you're required to do, you've done an excellent job with that. Going forward, I think one of the questions we had was what were some of the other local revenues? Your cannabis revenue is one of the local revenues, conifer pilots, some of the other pilots that we have, some inspection fees. So those are what build up that item there. And as Jody pointed out, grants, they are varied and they'll come through. And I think I think the Safe Transit is one of the grants that we have on here this evening. And I think it's $511,000. So from that standpoint, the only thing that we want to emphasize, I think the question came up, if Jody was on target with the estimate, and I think she said she was for the schools. I think there was a question when you combine the regional and the local school increase, they might be just over 2 cents together if our estimates pan out. So not that.
How much?
Any increase is obviously difficult in this economic situation.
How much of that is the regional school? Because
the regional, if the target is right, it's about 1.7.
So they're most of it.
Yes.
Because we got to hit pretty
They're
hard
the higher
from them
share.
last year too.
They are the higher share. Yes.
Yeah.
That's if we were on target with our estimates, but we can have updated numbers and have that sent out to everyone as quickly as possible.
The regional school will actually look like it actually is less than last year, so
Okay.
there's.
Okay.
be a tax
The last one was a
Okay.
big year.
And I
Okay.
think the.
They said it fluctuates from year to year with their formula, and he tried to explain it, but it sounded like it was complicated.
It is.
The regional school.
Yeah.
It is. Multiple factors are involved in determining how you are allocated your share.
Right.
So it's not only student population, there's valuations of the community that are played out. And there have been other towns, and maybe Mr. Orlando can confirm, maybe he's seen it in his career, that they've tried to sue to get that changed. And I don't think they were very successful. I actually have a client that's a regional school district, and they were one of the ones that was being targeted because they felt that there was a certain unfairness in the 3 communities that made them up. So from that standpoint, going forward, keep up the great work. If there are any specific questions that we can answer, we would be glad to, but.
Well, I think it would be significant to mention that our penny every time we raise the taxes is $20,000.
Yeah,
So
so
we're
luckily,
basically, go ahead.
yeah, I was gonna say, luckily, the value of your town has crept up a little
Yeah.
bit. So we're at 21,000, and that's why the resolution to use a little bit more in surplus is 42,000. So when we look at that $42,000 worth of additional surplus, taking money from our savings account, that represents 2 cents. To the mayor's point, the valuation of our town is roughly $21,000. So if you want to raise taxes by a penny, you're raising at 21,000. You want to cut it by 21,000, that's the 1 penny. Or we can change spending, whatever the case may be.
So you're saying that when we apply a penny tax increase, the overall tax revenue coming in increases by $21,000
Yes.
on top, okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
basically, we're spending
All throughout town.
$2,000 more this year than we did last year. And it's significant, and why? Because if you did look at some of the numbers when we went to our budget workshops, there's a lot of contractual raises in there that, you know, and we did lose some revenue here and there. So it's really speaks, you know, volumes of.
So just remember, when your neighbors are raising
Yeah,
at
talk about
1.8
that.
or 2 cents, the value of their penny is a little bit larger.
Right.
Than our
They're a lot bigger than us.
21,000.
I think it's a good time to point out that the projects that we have on the docket right now that we're looking at, the studio, the movie studio, it's talking about $100 million project, 125
He said
actually,
125 to 150,000. Now, I don't know what the.
150 million.
Or million, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, million.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the building itself, if that is actually.
Right, so
to be
remember,
valued at
if you take
150.
the value,
Yeah.
and Councilman Dovey may remember this from my training sessions, we take our thumb and cover the last 4 digits. So our town value is 210,227,100. We would take our thumb and cover the last 4 digits, and that gives me the 21,022. So if you had, how much was the project?
125,
Just say 125.
125 million?
yes.
So we would cover our last 4, and that gives me 12,500 additional dollars in essence. So you can help out now. That's all to be determined by what the final
But-
assessments are. gonna be.
Now, our assessments are at like 50 to 53%
Yeah.
of value. So that would be half that almost, right? So,
Plus, we collect taxes on it too.
right.
So, not just the valuation. it's a-
And then
they'll be-
not just the studio, but the, hopefully we get something going with, the Egg Harbor North housing development. And, some other projects that we have that a little smaller, but will add to the mix. So when we say we never reduce taxes, we could get to a point with a project like that where the rate could go down. Maybe the dollars we spend won't, but the rate for every taxpayer would go down.
And just balancing that part of the equation. Anytime we add additional ratables, depending on what type of rateable they happen to be, our services may be impacted, whether it's
That's what I
public
was saying.
safety. Or in the case if it's a development that's not aged, or we could have additional school children, et cetera. So that's always the challenge. I mean, I live in Gloucester County, so I'm in the middle of all the warehouses. I know somebody came to speak about the data center situation at your last meeting. So I'm at ground zero basically, because in my town, that's something that they're trying to improve. One of the clients that I also represent is going, they passed a recent ordinance and all this, so. Nice to have some low impact ratables, but you can't necessarily depend on what that might be.
Michael, what's going on with revals around the
Yeah.
South Jersey?
So the scenario that we've been seeing, they're gonna start forcing the situation. We have in Gloucester County, for instance, they want to go through the program. They're all part of one process there. It's now, I think the next warning shot has been reassessments, once you're aligned to that, so you're up to value. If you're at 53%, you're gonna be on the hook. I don't know if they told you when you're.
I don't think we.
Reached out, they haven't,
But
so,
we were on the good list, though.
Yeah.
but at 53,
Not for the percentage,
Yes.
but
Yes.
we were on the good list.
That's pretty low.
so if everyone else is 40, they might be before you, but from this standpoint, you will definitely be looking at it.
When I saw the whole county's around that same level, pretty low.
So there's gonna be a push to get that to closer to being to the fair amount, the fair market value, so. but that was on the horizon now. Certainly, if you put your for sale sign up, you can get a premium. So hopefully if they're gonna do your evaluation, it'll be, as the market starts to creep down, so you get a little bit more of a benefit that you're not getting, oh my gosh, I'm being overcharged, but ultimately it would be fair across the board for everyone and everyone would be impacted equally, so. Okay.
Is there anybody else that has a question for Michael? No?
Yeah.
We appreciate you coming and,
So I'll
And your
wait for
time
the
and-
public hearing, if there's anyone from the public that would like to speak.
yes,
And
that's the next part.
then you would consider the amendment. Vote on the amendment, and then you would vote to adopt it as amendment. Thank you.
Is there anyone from the public wish to be heard on the budget? Anyone? Seeing none, is there a motion to
I'll
close
make
the
a
public
motion.
hearing?
Second,
Motion has been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Public hearing closed. Now, we're not ready to adopt yet.
And then,
We're gonna do
I think-
Oh, we're adopting today.
but you do the amendment, with the amendment first.
Do the amendment first.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, number 18, budget amendment. And that's what Michael talked about. So, is there a motion? Motion has been made and seconded. Roll call, please.
Dovey,
Yes.
Galloway,
Yes.
Heist,
Yes.
Hesse,
yes.
Keener,
Yes.
Sen,
Yes.
Timbers,
Yes.
right.
Yes.
Motion passes. Resolution 19 is adopt the budget. Is there a motion?
Yes. Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Roll call, please.
Dovey,
Yes.
Galloway,
Yes.
Heist,
I just want to say thank you so much for working as hard as you did, Jody, to get it down to 2%.
thank council. I mean, they chose to use more, surplus.
And everybody that worked it, I honestly appreciate it for our residents, and I'm a yes.
Hesse,
Yes,
Keener,
Yes.
Sen,
Yes.
Timbers,
Yes.
right.
Yes.
Budget passed. Number 20, resolution to approve the fireman health insurance agreement. This was updated recently and presented to the fire department. And it kind of makes it more, you can explain it better than me as far as what you do.
Yeah, I mean, our original agreement was from 1995, so a lot of the things that were kind of the way it was worded was just so. I don't want to say generic, it just didn't really have a lot of teeth. Yeah, guidelines, so I just wanted to tighten it up, so I felt like, there was no way to enforce things were different for different people, and I wanted to make something that would be more uniform. For everybody, so not really changing what it was, just making it so there were guidelines, so everyone would be the same that.
Okay. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Roll call, please.
Dovey,
Yes.
Galloway,
Yes.
Heist,
Yes.
Hesse,
yes.
Keener,
Could abstain because I'm not fired.
Sen,
Yes.
Timbers,
Yes.
right.
Yes.
Okay, resolution passes. Number 21, resolution to refund Comcast technology grant. Paid twice.
Wow.
Is there a motion?
Make the motion. Second.
Motion made,
Do
seconded.
we have to?
Yeah, right.
I mean, I spent
Who caught
hours
that?
on the phone with Comcast
Yeah,
over
you
the
did.
past year.
They
It's
should-
worth at least that.
Roll call, please.
Dovey,
Yes.
Galloway,
Yes.
Heist,
Yes.
Hesse,
Yes,
Keener,
Yes,
Sen,
Yes.
Timbers,
Yes.
right.
Yes.
resolution passes. Number 22, amend the salary resolution for the fire official.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Is there questions?
I
had
won't
questions.
explain that. I did send out
Yes,
an email with
please.
this to the public. So in February, the state passed basically a new rule that requires certain certification to perform inspections of smoke and other fire related things that formerly code enforcement was doing. So now our fire official has about approximately 150 additional inspections they'll probably have to do this year. We did pass a new fee that covers this inspection at a previous council meeting. So this is just increasing his salary for those additional inspections that are now required.
Jody, I have a question. This is for all, even the,
It's not
No,
a
the-
regular like rental, it's like if they have a change like in CO or whatever.
so not when one person moves out of a rental
Yes,
and,
yes,
and
we'll
going.
be changing up. It requires.
So it would still. So I know in 25, resolution 25, how does that fit with it? Refund the fire certification fee.
Right, they shouldn't have been charged it. It's not
Why?
for,
Because it's a multifamily.
Right.
Or storage building.
That's what I'm asking. Yeah. So they don't have to pay this fee.
No.
And I think we're trying to find out if our and fire, that they might be inspected by the state. I think there was
Yeah.
some research. that
DCA.
they're doing.
DCA would
may
inspect
be
them.
inspection.
Oh, they do. Okay.
4-story building.
Yeah.
Okay.
Multi-unit,
Four-story
depending on the amount of units.
So that's Rittenberg, we're talking about. So any of those. Okay. Even Egg Harbor, any of the complexes, I'm saying. Like,
They're not
They're only 3 stories.
Yeah, I mean, DCA regulates, I think, 3 units and above. And then depending on the heights, and things like that, and then local, as like single families or two.
so
units.
it's 3 units and above.
DCA, yeah, with DCA requires, and I think it's every 5 years, they have to do a DCA inspection for 3 units above.
Okay.
I can look at it more specifically, with any specific questions.
Because I know our code looks and sees that they have their fire, their alarms
Right,
and their, and the, what's the other, the extinguisher and all that sort of thing. But they're not supposed to do a certification. That's all this is for.
I don't know the specifics as to 25,
Mhm.
other than what it says on the resolution, but I mean, I know that DC has certain jurisdictions. And what I'm guessing is that they charge a fee for something that would otherwise become a fire when DCA was inspected.
I tried to call before, Steve Bushopper to find out about that. And, I didn't get anything back and I didn't know from Jerry
Yeah,
if there was anything for 25. I mean,
right.
there's nothing more to know, basically. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, that's all
25.
the information I have, so.
Thank you.
Roll call, please.
Which one are we on?
Number
Amending to
22.
the salary, right?
Yes.
Okay. Doby,
Yes.
Galloway. Yes. Heist.
Yes.
Hesse.
Yes.
Keener.
Yes,
Sen.
Yes.
Timbers.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
we're still partying.
Hmm?
We're still partying. No,
All right.
I was kidding. Number 23.
There's 2 on in between.
Resolution determining the form and other details of its note relating to the construction financing program of the New Jersey Infrastructure Bank be issued in the principal amount of up to 3.4 million, providing for the insurance and sale of such authorizing the execution and delivery of such note by this. What's the bank?
Gives you a break. It's a mouthful.
I know. Well, I gotta put it in the record. Delivery of such note by the city of Egg Harbor in favor of the New Jersey Infrastructure Bank, all pursuant to New Jersey Infrastructure Bank Construction Financing Program.
Second.
Motion made and seconded, roll call, please.
Doby.
Yes.
Galloway. Yes. Heist.
Yes.
Hesse.
Yes.
Keener.
Yes,
Sen.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
resolution passes. Number 24, is there a motion to table that?
Yeah.
We did that. We did that.
I have just a question on this. So this designated official responsible for cannabis business oversight and enforcement coordination. So that's gonna be somebody
We
specific.
don't need,
You'd actually,
we don't need.
Actually, you're not actually allowed to talk about it now that it's the table.
Oh, okay, sorry. That's interesting. All right,
Okay.
all right,
I can explain it to you.
yeah, okay.
Number 25, refund the fire certificates fee or a fee that was charged on multifamily 4-story building. Motion made, seconded, roll call, please.
Doby.
Yes.
Galloway. Yes. Heist.
Yes.
Hesse.
Yes.
Keener.
Yes,
Sen.
Yes.
Timbers.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
resolution passes. Number 26, to pay the bills.
Make a motion.
Motion made and seconded. Roll call, please.
Doby.
Yes.
Galloway. Yes. Heist.
Yes.
Hesse.
Yes.
Keener.
Yes,
Sen.
Yes.
Timbers.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
bills are paid. Number 27 is public comment. Anyone wishing to be heard? Anybody?
Oh, somebody else.
Somebody
Can
on
you,
the,
can you hear me? Yes.
yeah, go ahead.
Hi, my name is Michelle. I live in Egg Harbor City. I sent an email to Mayor Giampetti this afternoon. Not sure if she got it. But I just have a couple of questions. My first question is, who is the gentleman in the blue suit with the red tie? I don't recognize you. I'm sorry. I would just like to know your name.
City attorney.
I'm sorry?
I'm the city attorney.
City attorney?
Yes.
Okay. And what is your first and last name?
It's Chris Orlando.
Chris Orlando?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Actually, I think that's all of my questions for right now. Thank you.
Can I ask you a question? Can you say your name again, please? I couldn't quite hear you. It was a little blurry.
Sure. Sorry, I have poor signal. My first name is Michelle, and my last name is Madison. I live at 509 Fifth Terrace.
Okay, I did not get your email. If I didn't answer you, I did not get your email. Because I'm looking.
Okay, I sent it. I
Go
sent it
ahead.
at 2. I'm sorry to cut you off. I know I only have 3 minutes. I sent it at 2:23 p.m. this afternoon, and I copied Miss Steve on that as well.
I did get it. I'll send it.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't.
Okay,
Sorry. But I
that's
usually,
okay. I totally understand. I realize it was on short notice.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else wish to be heard? Seeing none, Mayor,
no, nothing. Thank you.
Mason?
Nope.
No? Nanette? Nothing?
No.
Okay.
I have nothing.
I just wanted to say for Miss Madison's benefit, that guy in the red tie is a very good attorney.
No, actually, Joe,
Okay, thank you.
Joe, I do have something.
Okay,
I want to wish all the mothers a happy Mother's Day. Please enjoy your day. You're well deserved and take it and enjoy it.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Mason.
No,
I
not on-
appreciate that.
Great on Mother's Day.
I don't know about that, 'cause I don't cook,
So,
so.
I just want to thank everybody who participated in the citywide cleanup, the mayor and all the staff, chief, police, and hundreds of volunteers. It was a great day.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's it.
thank you. Scott?
I just want to commend Jody on,
The studio.
the way you do the finances and the budget and I mean, it's all basically Greek to me and obviously it's what you do, it's what your training is, but still, it amazes me though, and
I appreciate that.
yeah, so that's all I have to say, thank you.
Thank you, Gary.
I am not.
And I just would echo what Mason said. Happy Mother's Day. It's a great time to celebrate both current and future and past mothers, right? So thank you for that. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make second, third, and fourth.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?